Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Alex Happ, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Now at the plate, Willie Villarreal. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Padres, the right fielder, Willie Villarreal.
First delivery to him on the way. On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly, and a good throw gets him one gone.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 2.
Stepping up now, Alonzo Wells, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Here comes the first pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
1-1 the count. Temperature pretty seasonable for this time of year, 55 degrees at game time. One out, nobody on. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
But taking in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. So coming to the plate, Crash Davis. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now the pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1. That's ball 2.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Lifted down the line in left. And that's going to land foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A bouncer to the left side. Kipnis is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Joel Garcia is on the mound for the Padres in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
First pitch coming. Here it is. J.C. Embry is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately. 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
2-1 after the foul ball there. And now a pitch on the way.
Ball, that's low.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
The 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Batting second, the third baseman, Freddie.
Striding in, Freddie Santiago. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's set. Here it comes. He swings and misses. Throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Santiago has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand.
Hold on now, that ball is down and could score a run. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Stepping into the box, Pete Armstrong, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. As a look, now the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Runners are at first and third with none out. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. From the stretch. Drilled on the ground to short. And the Cubs are going to strike first here. It's a base hit, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Stepping in now, Sammy Sosa, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Hit to first, reined in to second for one, on to first, and they get the double play.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Suzuki.
So stepping in, Sito Suzuki, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. There's the ball low. He misses with a changeup.
Yeah, it looks like to me he hasn't quite found that release point so far here in the first inning.
Men on third with 2 down. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Boy, when this guy gets in a groove, he can hit him, and when he hits him in bunches. Hit a home run in last night's game, and if they continue to pitch him on the outer part of the plate, look out, this guy's going to do some major damage.
Now in the box, Jesse Padilla, and he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. First pitch of the at-bat. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Now here it comes. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's 3-0 Chicago. Into the box now, Javier Gonzalez. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 2-2 one more time. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now batting, Carlos Trejo. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. First delivery to him on the way. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Trejo, 30 years of age. He's a 9-year major league vet. Now a throw over to first, and he's back easily. Two and 0 pitch on the way.
Hey, looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 2-1. Gonzalez aboard here at first with nobody out. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Now a move over to first, and he's back standing. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Racing back the center fielder. Gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Friars are back within a run at 3-2 now.
Well, they were a lot more comfortable up 3 than they are now, only up by 1. That just goes to show you one pitch, 1 2-run shot, and the entire complexion of a game can change just like that.
Standing in now, Pedro Rodriguez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Fouled away. The 1-1 home.
That's the ball. The count is 2-1.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
There's ball 4.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Stepping in, Miguel Castillo, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Here's the first pitch to him. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. Struck him out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
So now to the plate, Lester Jeffers, and a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Jeffers, originally from New York State, he's in his rookie year here at the big league level. A ball and a strike to the Padres first baseman. Still only 1 out in the inning. A ball and 2 strikes.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
And that's a base hit right there on a hanging 2-strike changeup.
And that's one we like to call a hanger right there. You see it high, you let it fly. Nice job by the offensive player.
At the plate now, Joel Garcia. And they do have him bunting with one away as he puts this one down. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The right fielder, number 18, Willie Villarreal.
Digging in to try it again, Willie Villarreal, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is low, ball one. Second and third, 2 away. Two and 0 now. The 2-0. Ground ball right side. He's got it. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. The Padres get a couple of runs in the inning on the 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 3 and the Friars 2. Now at the plate, Jason Kipnis. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here's the pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
So in now for Chicago, Ryan Buckner, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch.
That's a ball.
Bases are empty, one man out. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman.
Got a ball, one strike.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. Wells is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Alex Bass.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Alex Happ. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Rodriguez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, and it remains a 3-2 ball game.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. Coming into the day, they rank first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, "It's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones." Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, "I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun." Matt, back to you.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And the pitch.
Ball one, no strike. Ball.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Three and 0 now.
Just a little bit off to start the third now. That's 3 straight balls.
The 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now the payoff pitch home. And he fouls this one off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Well, there's only a one-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Ready for another chance? Crash. Davis 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Third inning. Already a 3-2 ball game. And he falls behind 0-2. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
To the plate now, Javier Gonzalez. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Runners on first with 1 down. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Carlos Trejo is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Ready with the 1-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. This is line to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs. where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Pedro Rodriguez is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. One ball, no strikes.
Yep, that ball went out.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
The 2-0 pitch. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
3 balls, no strikes. Now a hard liner. But this is a foul ball.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
Again, another foul ball. 2 down, runners at first and second. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Padres leave a pair. They trail 3-2. Striding in once again, J.C. Embry. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one.
Embry.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Counts 1-0.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
And that one misses upstairs. 2-0. Gets the call on the changeup there. 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Now the 2-1. Swinging a soft liner. And that's the first out. So with one gone in the inning, you take a look there at the current National League Western Division standings as you see where the Padres find themselves entering play here today. Stepping into the box, Freddie Santiago. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
1 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air to center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
Into the box now, Pete Armstrong. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. Rodriguez is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Cubs are down in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the fourth. And set to go is the second baseman, Miguel Castillo.
Miguel Castillo.
First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball one. Count now a ball and a strike. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Slow roller down the third baseline. Scooped up. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the fourth. At the plate, Lester Jeffers. He reached on a single in his first try. Now here's the pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now here it comes. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Garcia.
At the plate, Joel Garcia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. That's by him for strike 1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Suzuki will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Padres down in order. They're down 3-2. Now at the plate, Sammy Sosa.
For the Cubs, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
First offering on its way.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit back toward the mound. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them. Drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment. Able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Into the box, Sito Suzuki. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. 3-1 to the Cubs left fielder.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
The 3-1. Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
Into the box now, Jesse Padilla. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Settling in now, Jason Kipnis. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. From the belt, the pitch.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Into the corner and slicing foul. A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Stepping in now, Ryan Buckner, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Buckner stands just shy of 6 feet at 5'11" and bats from both sides of the plate. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to...
In the dirt and block behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline. There's one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Willie Villarreal.
Willie Villarreal.
Here comes the first pitch.
is out.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Suzuki is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out.
Now batting, number 2.
Digging in once again, Alonzo Wells. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
The 1-0 delivery.
Nope.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Ready for another shot now. Crash. Davis, he'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder. Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Count remains full. The next 3-2. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. You can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Javier Gonzalez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch on its way.
Oh, that's out.
And he continues to labor here, coming up on 100 pitches in just the 5th inning.
Boy, D-Row, this is a spot right now. If you're an offense, you start licking their chop. Pitch count starting to get up into the 5th inning. They could be sitting on some big knocks right here.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. You're looking for something middle of the plate right here. He doesn't have a great feel for his breaking stuff. Maybe he hangs something.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. And this will be fouled away. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
So now to the plate, Carlos Trejo, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ballgame, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Jimmy Grimes will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Hitting for the Cubs, number 8, Jimmy Grimes.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 count. Here it is.
Ball left outside.
Three and 0 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Swung on, but fouled off to the left.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, J.C. Embry. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Count 1-0.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Three and two now. Full count. Here it comes. Popped him up. Gonzalez has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Into the box, Freddie Santiago. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. In time to first, and there are two away.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
Stepping up to the plate, Pete Armstrong. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Armstrong is hitting over .330. Nothing to scoff at, clearly.
Yeah, Matty, I know in today's game, batting average isn't held in high regard, but for a career to be north of 300, you're doing it.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Weak roller right side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cubs strand one. They're up 3-2. Willie Peralta takes over to start the sixth inning on the mound.
Number 39, Willie Peralta.
New inning set to get underway, and standing in the outfielder, Pedro Rodriguez. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's high for a ball. 1-0. Now here's the pitch. This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Up next for the Padres, the second baseman, Miguel Castillo.
Ready once again, Miguel Castillo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally an ugly swing right there, but he's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Fouled off. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Heading out towards shallow right. Sosa will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
The first baseman, Lester Jeffers.
Striding into the box, Lester Jeffers. First pitch on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
A 3-0. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
The pitcher, number 15.
Amos Sadler will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 39.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
This is where you got to take stock in this situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. One ball and 2 strikes to count.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
The 1-2.
Ball 2. 2-2 count.
Count remains 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Might have swung at ball 4 there as he manages to foul this one away. The 3-2 one more time. This is in the air out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for San Diego. Still a 3-2 ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way, but first, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. He said he's really proud of the fact that they've only gone down on strikes once in the game, all while averaging over a base hit per inning. If that kind of combination continues, he thinks there's a lot more to look forward to.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. William Heyer enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 23. William Heyer.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
The pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Here's the 1-1 delivery.
Count 2-1.
And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Cubs right now, they're looking for base runners. Hey, they'd love to get a leadoff walk.
driven nicely into the gap. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we can say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Sito Suzuki will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a two-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Outside, that's the ball.
Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Ball, one strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
The catcher, number 3, Jesse.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jesse Padilla. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
No balls and 1 strike. Comes set with the 0-1.
That's outside. I got to count 2-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. Here's the 3-2. Now a swing and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jason Kipnis.
Now at the plate, Jason Kipnis. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. From the belt, the pitch. Grounded to first. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the Friars 2. Leading off the inning, Willie Villarreal, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Dero. Breaking ball up and away, a hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand. That usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking. That was actually a slider, so nice job by the offensive player, not only recognizing it, but not trying to do too much.
And the runner back safely. In now, Alonzo Wells. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. A couple of walks for him thus far. Quick check on that tying run at first. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out. Popped him up. Santiago in foul ground. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The catcher, number 17, Davis.
So a big moment here, and standing in, Crash Davis, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Here's the first pitch to him.
No, that's down.
Now the 1-0.
That's a down.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Hit hard, but this is a foul ball. The 2-1 fouled away. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Now batting, shortstop, Javier Gonzalez.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Javier Gonzalez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
Wow, the Padres have been scuffling so far. They need to get a big hit, and it's about time somebody comes through right about now.
The 1-0 home.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike. The 2-2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. And they have taken the lead. So a 3-run blast to deep center here, number 14 on the season, and it's now 5-3.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down 1, and with one swing of the bat, they're up 2. What a turnaround in this one.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Ronnie Wickert will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Nicholas Horner will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 2, Nicholas Horner. Now batting.
To the plate now, Carlos Trejo. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. The windup and the 0-1.
1-1.
Right side, but it's well foul. 3 runs already home here. Swing and a miss. Looked like the screwball there. 2 gone.
Next to the Padres.
So striding in, Pedro Rodriguez. First pitch on its way.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Forkball misses. 1-1. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Hit in the air out to left. Suzuki is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but the Padres pick up 3 on this 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 5-3 San Diego. Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be the switch hitting first baseman Ryan Buckner.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. The next 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box, Nicholas Horner, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Nettie. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of the stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
J.C. Embry stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. In the air, down the left field line and deep. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And this throw gets away from him. Now the tag comes down to third, and they got him. Boy, not the cleanest of plays defensively to be sure, but it'll be good enough to get the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're still down 5-3. At the plate now, Miguel Castillo. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Liner toward right center. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
The first baseman, Lester Shepard.
So striding forward now, Lester Jeffers. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss on the palm ball, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Michael Freeze will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 41, Michael Freeze.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Wind up and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. The pitch. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
The 2-2.
You got a full count.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Now here it comes. Hit down the line at first. Oh, look at the sliding stop in time. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Jason Valesky will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Number 34, Jason Valesky.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Freddie Santiago.
Freddie Santiago.
First delivery to him on the way. And that misses for ball 1. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A bouncer up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
At the plate, Pete Armstrong, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box now, Sammy Sosa, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. A 1-0 delivery. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And there's ball 2 now.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 2-1 pitch.
That's
Ball 3.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn another one. Their 4th of the afternoon, and the inning is over. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Billy Palmer enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Willie Villarreal, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, number 2.
Digging in, Alonzo Wells. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
The 0-1 pitch.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
The catcher, number 17, Brad Davis.
Standing in now, Crash Davis, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. No hits to this point. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Runners on first with 1 down. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. The 2-1. Back up the middle. And that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit. Long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Yeah, that's a pitch right there to split finger that needs to be buried, and it was not executed. Left it thigh high, and as an offensive player, that's what you're waiting on.
Javier Gonzalez will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts, let's take you back to inning number 7, and a big blow here as his 3-run home run accounted for perhaps the biggest blow of the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Nope. And here's one that misses to the Friars shortstop. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball 1-strike count.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit it now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
As a look, now the pitch. He struck him out, the third time he's fanned in the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the fourth time he struck out, and we're only in the second game of this series.
In now, Carlos Trejo hit in the air to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Padres leave a pair, and it remains 5-3. Kevin Gonzalez enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 43, Kevin Gonzalez.
Striding in to start the ninth, Sito Suzuki, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, even at home when you're down by 2, trying to score a couple of runs off of one of the game's top closers.
A ball and no strikes.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Now here's the pitch. Ball 3. 3-0. Now here it comes. Skied into straightaway right. Villarreal is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently third best. Coming to the plate now, Jesse Padilla. He comes into this at bat 0 for 2 with the hit by pitch. First pitch of the at bat.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there, right in the wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. The pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Here now the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2. Fouled away. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Oliver Blanco will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 25, Oliver Blanco.
And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
To the plate now, Ryan Buckner, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
That's
Ball 3 as he misses low with it here.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a one-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
2 out with the man at first. Three and 1. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Standing in, Nicholas Horner comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
A ball and a strike. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. And he holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Hit in the air out to right. And they're going to get one back, and maybe both, as this is down for extra bases. He's in there at the plate, and we are tied here in the bottom of the 9th.
Boy, this is one of the advantages of being the home team, getting that last chance to hit, Hero. Big base hit right there ties things up here in the 9th.
Oh, the boys are going crazy in the dugout right now. We could have a fresh ball game on our hands right here with some extra innings looming. Let's see if they're able to tack on one more.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go J.C. Embry, and he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. Here's the first pitch, and he fouls this one off. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. The 1-1 pitch. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. All even now, 2-2. Popped him up.
And that'll do it in the inning as the catch is made in the coach's box.
But disaster has already struck here in the bottom of inning number 9 as 2 runs come across, and they'll have to work a little longer to try and pull this one out on the road. 10th inning coming up, and we are all tied 5-5. Luke Little takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
43, Luke Little.
We are into extra innings, and digging in is the outfielder, Pedro Rodriguez. Now here's the pitch. Pitch on the way. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Into the box, Miguel Castillo. This is line to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
Stepping in now, Lester Jeffers.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
Sosa is there, 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The pitcher, number 43.
Daniel Tillman will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 5, Daniel Tillman.
And that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Comes set, the 0-1. There's strike 2 as it catches the outside corner.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Armstrong is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. So one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are all tied 5-5. Marlon Melvin comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning.
Marlon Melvin.
Freddie Santiago will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Freddie Santiago.
He's set, and the pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Line to the right side. And this will find the seam into right field, and there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
At the plate, Pete Armstrong, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The winning run is at first base. The 1-0. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. Still even at 2-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
The right fielder, number 21.
Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Sammy Sosa, has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0.
No break.
Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Jeffers is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
The left fielder, number 24, Tito Suzuki.
Ready now, Sito Suzuki. Here's the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. This remains a 5-all ball game. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Willie Villarreal.
The right fielder, Willie Villarreal.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Two and 1. popped him up. Corner over to his right. One down.
Now batting, number 2.
Digging in and looking for more, Alonzo Wells. First offering on its way. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. The 1-2 pitch. Slow roller left side. He's got it. And there's out number 2.
The catcher, number 17, Brad Davis.
Standing in, Crash Davis. Here comes the first pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Here's the 1-0. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Into the windup. The 2-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Fouled off. Two and two, the pitch. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Padres down in order. This ball game still tied 5-all. At the plate, Jesse Padilla.
Leading off for the Cubs, the catcher, Jesse Padilla.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter, the pitcher, Luke Little.
Avi Millar will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 36, Avi Millar.
Fouled away. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's 1-2. Chases one up the ladder as this is hit in the air to left field. In there, a base hit.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in the gap.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. A dive, but he's back. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. At the plate now, Ryan Buckner, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 lifted into the air out towards center field. Center fielder on the run, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he'll get there at third, and now the winning run's only 90 feet away with just 1 out.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roy. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
The 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And despite being down 0-2, he delivers anyway with a big base hit. Oh, but the feed to third is offline.
Hey, this game looked like it was going to be one of those wild ones right from the beginning. But when you could win this thing in walk-off fashion, what a way to win a ball game. A walk-off win?
And on your screen, a guy who truly helped guide his team to victory today.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits, and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Cubs get their division-leading 30th win of the year. Luke Little claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.